dressed up.
I would like to apologise to
You
you
should
and
apologise.
to your wonderful studio audience and to your viewers for me and the stage.
We're on telly.
I know I've just come from the allotment.
There's a hole in your trousers. Never mind. You joined the Navy when you were 16 years old. Why did you do something stupid? You could have got killed. What did you do that for?
Because my father was in show business.
Right.
He was in a rock and roll band called Taste of Honey. And my father's father was in the Ted Heath Jazz Band. So it was always presumed that I would be in show business. And I went, no, I rebelled. So I joined the Navy, and as I joined, the Gulf War started, and I was the youngest bloke out there, and youngest at the time. And I've got to say, I loved it. I mean, at 16, 17, I mean, you know, I was living every action man dream. I was dressing up in khaki, jumping over things with guns. That's brilliant. My mum, on the other hand, had an absolute nightmare and hated it, because obviously, you know, watching the news.
Yeah.
But I was having a lovely time.
Well, out of the two, it's probably the first Gulf War was the one to choose to go.
Yes, yeah. I got a lovely tan, and I picked up a couple of STDs as well, lovely girls. And but apart from that, it was really, I had a great time. I really loved it, and it was a great way of growing up and learning stuff.
Someone in the Navy sleeping with a woman?
It's unheard of, I tell you.
No wonder you had to leave.
That.
Was it tough, or was it really good fun?
What happened was, when we were out in the Gulf, we had to put, there was like 4 ships that went out, because I was mine warfare, so there's mine disposal was my job. And
that sounds quite dangerous.
Oh, red wire, green wire, swirl of the gamble. So there was 4 ships that went out there, so we had to put on like a show to entertain the troops. And they went, Collins, you've had a bit of like entertainment experience, you can put the show on, because obviously with my father's background. So I ended up nicking all my dad's acts, and I used to follow him because he used to support Tommy Cooper. Right. So I was like that, trying to remember all his gags. And I became a bit like Gloria from Ain't Enough Mum. And it sort of like rekindled my fire and my belief in show business. And I thought, well, I'll tell you what, I've been to the Gulf, I've got my war medal, I've got my 4 STDs. I've completed everything I need to do, and I came back into show business.
So how did you get into TV? What was
basically lied? I was doing stand-up in holiday camps and stuff like that, and then this production company phoned up and said, look, we're looking for a new TV presenter, a new face. Have you ever done live TV before? I said, of course I have. Tapped up the CV to look accordingly, sent it to them. They were very impressed with my television experience, and bluffed my way through it. And I remember my first ever gig was live telly, open talkback, which basically means you have a little thing in your ear, and it was open, like what Richard's got there, and you can hear everybody. And I remember my first link was this: hello everybody and welcome to XYZ. Take a look at this. And all we do is we'll clip into a VT. Quite simple. So I was quite nervous. Here we go, stand by, 2 minutes. Oh, here we go, don't be worried, nothing to worry about. And so there's all these kids around me. Oh, don't worry about it, they'll be fine. 30 seconds, music starts, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I went, how do you want? And as I did that, a kid was there, and I smacked him. And my whole TV career went, it's got to get better than this. So basically, that was my start in TV, really.
You did the last couple of series of Family Fortunes.
Basically, Max Bygraves did it for 2 years, Bob did it for 4 years, Les Dennis did it for 16 years. And then, in their infinite wisdom, they decided to move Family Fortunes from prime time on a Saturday night to daytime television. And Les said, I don't really want to do that. I want to concentrate on my acting. So they auditioned several people up for the job, and I heard about it and sort of like wangled their way into the audition. The good thing was, I used to watch the programme with my nan all the time, and so therefore I knew the rules, like, you know, off the back of my head, and I really enjoyed the show. And I got the gig, and it was my, you know, my big shot, and I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's a great show.
It's notorious for its sort of stupid answers. Did you get any of those yourself?
Okay, there was actually a website dedicated to the not the stupid answers, the answers that some of my punters give when they panic. So what you got to imagine, right, is when I go like that, that's the punter hitting the buzzer to answer the question. Yeah. Okay. Name something made of wool. Sheep. Name something red. My cardigan. Name a bird with a long neck. Naomi Campbell. And these all went out. And this is my favourite one that went out. Obviously, it would never get out now, but this is my favourite one. Apart from the TT race on the Isle of Man, name a dangerous race. The Arabs.
So let's talk about poker. How did you get into playing poker?
My old man, my father, is a poker genius. He's been playing it since I was a little kid. I remember getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning when I was about 9 and creeping downstairs, and there was all these mates on the table playing poker. It fascinated me. I'm no good at it, it has to be said. Because my father's great, my brother's brilliant, but I'm no good. For this reason, for this main reason, right? So, I'll deal the cards to you. This is it. There's a few chips in, okay? There we are. Okay, I'll give myself there. I'm giving you 3 cards. See, I don't feel. Okay, so that's why I lose. I'm giving him 3 cards. It's all coming about now. Anyway, so poker face is the most important thing. Yeah. You're looking at your cards. I'm looking at you, and I can't. You could have anything. I look at my cards. I've got 2 aces. This is what happens. And up 20. It gives the game away. And that's my thing. My poker face is what lets me down.
Really?
Oh, no good at it. I'm no good at it. But I do love the game. It's great fun.
Well, we've got to take a short break there. Acid on my hands. Okay, my second guest is a World Series of Poker champion who's famous for his scary lizard eye sunglasses. He's nicknamed the Fossil Man because he was a prehistoric Neanderthal who somehow survived in the quarry for thousands of years. Or was that Stig of the Dump? I always get those two confused. I've met him before. He's one of the most friendly and down-to-earth millionaires I have ever encountered. It is my great honour to introduce Greg Raymer. Hey, Greg. How you doing? Good to see you.
How are you? Good. I'm very good.
Come on in. You brought me a present? Oh, no. You mustn't leave your bag out there.
My famous poker bag. Semi-famous, so.
What did you do before you start playing?
Only on Poker Zone.
Is your credit card reaching its limit? Desperate for some extra cash? Then answer the questions and win £2,000. Another word for money machine is A. ATM. B. Black box. Want to subscribe for a chance to win? Then text your answer cash A for ATM or cash B for black box to 60555 and you can be £2,000 richer. So text cash A or cash B to 60555.
50p per message.
I'm out! I need ammo! You owe me one!
They were America's most legendary infantry unit, and though every man was different, they fought as one. Big Red 1. Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1.
It's incredible. It's a new craze. It's Cash Keno. Another amazing interactive game available when you press the red button. Select your own numbers to join in, but if time is of the essence, try Turbo Mode or Lucky Draw to get involved. Choose Megapos if you'd like a more gripping game, and you could win it big with Cash Keno today.
Heads Up with Richard Herring, brought to you in association with SpinPalacePoker.com.
Welcome back to the show. We asked 100 people, who is your favourite warm-up man? You said Andy Collins. Our survey said... I'm here with Andy Collins. Give him a big round of applause. I'm kidding. He's the best. It's a hard job, that is. A hard job.
It is a hard job. It's a very hard job.
Yeah, I'm great admiration for you.
No, we work with some lovely people, and some people that you can really learn from. You watch them, people like Ant and Dec and Paul O'Grady and people like that, and you watch them and you watch how they work the audience and the cameras, and it's a joy to watch. And then you work with some absolute nasty people who are no good.
Go on, who?
I can't really tell you. Shall I tell you? Yeah. Well, I can't because I will get sued. But I'll write it down, right? But whatever you do, you can't say it out loud, and you'll have to buy the book, Chapter 9, which will be out. I can't spell the last name, but...
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Absolute...
Richard Herring, that's up.
No, yeah.
Do you play poker against any famous people? Are these big comedians?
Comedians got people like Mike Reid from EastEnders. I also play with a group called the Chiswick Massive, who all basically live in that part of the world, who are like floor managers. Like Ant and Dec are taking up the game of poker.
Right.
Yeah, they've got like the, you can buy them now, in the shops, those big poker tables. And we play poker, but we have to wear dicky bows, cravats, and smoke cigars and drink brandy.
I'd like to play them at Ant and Dec. I bet you could take some money off Ant and Dec.
Yes, but the highest stake is 50p, so it's not exactly a big game. No, it's not exactly. No, it's not. And that's worth about 25p, but it looks the part. And we do have enough.
Do you have a friend who bet their house?
My father, it wasn't my father, I hasten to add, has a friend who is a friend of the family's who basically, they used to play poker quite serious. I mean, it was like, you know, in clubs with the smoke over the light and stuff, and he lost his house in that game of cards. He was so convinced that he was going to win. They were playing 7 cards, and he threw in his keys and went, my house, and he lost, and they took his house as well.
What did the other guy do? They go, my house, so did 1 2.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I'm tempted to do that and go, you know, 20 grand plus my missus, and then fold. You suffer. But I didn't mean that, right? I'm in so much trouble now. What do you mean?
Did you have any strength? You said your poker face is your weakness. Did you have any strength as a poker player? You're obviously good. You are winning, obviously, some of the time.
My strengths are really. I'm learning now to watch the other cards, to watch what's happening, to watch people. I never used to do that before. I was so focused on my cards here and how many chips I've got, and that they were positioned nice. I would never, as you do, I would know, oh, they're nice, so you've done well there. I would never look at everybody else's cards. And I'm really trying to learn that now, and that's hard, it's so hard. And watching people's faces, I mean, my father has got a twitch, and I know when he's got a good hand. I shouldn't really take the mickey out of him, but he goes like that. Well, hey, you've got something good. And watching other people, and there's a guy called Stan, he's 85 years old, a brilliant poker player. But you always know when he's playing well because he's got a monocle. And he puts his monocle in and goes, I shall have a look, dear chap. You go, oh yeah, you've got something good there, ain't you, fold?
It's nice when the tells are that easy. Like with a monocle, what are the chances? Everyone should have a monocle.
When he takes his top hat off, I know he's got 4 aces.
If you could play anyone, living or dead, but they will be alive when you're playing them.
Right.
Because otherwise, you could say, I'll play you dead. And that's not, so if they're living or dead, who would you like to play at poker?
I think it would, not necessarily who, but it's an environment I'd love to play in. It's the old, like, cowboy westerns. I just love that idea of pushing those saloon doors in, looking the part, sitting down, having no idea what I'm doing, picking up the table and going like that.
Yeah.
I just that shot in the back. Basically, that whole kind of environment, I just think that's really good. And just I always dream of it is playing against, you know, those people that you're not great fans of them, but they play, and it's that a lot of money to be in the pot every there, and you pick up, and you've got 4 aces, and you put your hand down there. And everybody's betting big, and he's putting his monocle in and raising his top out, and he's going 20 in, and there's so much money in there. And I just want to do that, like doing the old movies, where they go, and one bloke leans over to get, and you go. I've dreamt about it many times. Read them and weep, and then go. Well, it's basically how I've dreamt it, and one day it will happen.
And then they'll go,
hold on, and your point is, okay, go on.
So what's coming up next for you professionally?
Professionally, I'm doing loads of warm-up at the moment. I'm doing Paul O'Grady's show at the moment, which is great fun, because he's a genius to work with. What else am I doing? I've written a book.
Have you?
Which is hopefully, touch wood, someone's going to take it on. And I've got a BBC documentary being made about me, which is quite spooky. Being basically following me around. They want to see how the world of warm-up works. And they're going to be, I'm going to be waking up, rolling out of my bed, and there's going to be a TV crew there. And I don't know if it was such a good idea to sign the contract now, because I'm having second thoughts about being followed around 24/7 by a film crew, because they're going to see warts and all.
It'll be interesting. I think it'll be an interesting thing to watch.
I think it'll be fun, and it'll either be the making of me, or I'll be working in McDonald's going, do you want chips with that? So, it'll be interesting.
Fantastic. Oh, well, it's great been talking to you. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Big round of applause for Andy Collins.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.